The San Jose Sharks look to end their 6-game losing streak when they host the Pittsburgh Penguins at the Tank.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello, welcome to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. My name is JD Young, caretaker of the Reef, also the co-host of Locked On NHL's Tuesdays. We're doing something different here. I thought I would try out for a little bit. We're going to be doing little 10-minute preview episodes now. At least we're going to try it out through the end of the season, where I'm going to kind of look at just that game that day as the Sharks take on the Penguins tonight at 7:30 at the Tank. We'll get to know the Penguins a little bit, kind of look at what their season stats are, compare those between the Sharks and the Penguins. And then I think the big thing I need to watch for in this game. So these are going to be about 10 minutes long on YouTube only. Just, again, want to try something new here because I don't like doing a whole episode, like full 30 minutes on a preview game, but I think a nice little bite size isn't the worst thing in the world. So let's get started by looking at this game as the Sharks and the Penguins. Penguins 20, 23, and 8. Sharks 14, 32, and 6 for their records. The Penguins 2.92 goals for per game, 16th best in the NHL compared to the Sharks, 2.63, 30th best. Goals allowed per game played, 3.63 to 3.67, 31st and 32nd in the NHL. Power play percentage, 26.9%, 6th best for the Penguins compared to the Sharks at 18.1%, 26th best in the NHL. And then the PK, 78.9 to 76.1, 16th to 24th. Best or ranked in the NHL. Your top point producers for each team. Raquel has 23 goals for the Penguins compared to Toffoli with 17 goals. Crosby leads in assists and points with 38 assists and 52 points. And of course, Mikael Granlund, same thing, 29 assists and 43 points for the San Jose Sharks. I think for the Sharks here, both these teams are kind of in bad situations. The Sharks have gone 1-9-0 in their last 10, including 6 straight losses. And the Penguins are also in a bit of a struggle here at 3-6-1, with having dropped their last 2 to Anaheim and the Kraken here. So neither one of these teams are looking super great right now. When you kind of look at some of their stuff from their kind of analytics here, definitely, of course, favors the Penguins, especially when you look at 5-on-5 goals, 5-on-5 expected goals. The Penguins actually produce solid Corsi numbers and expected goal numbers. They just can't score compared to the Sharks, who just can't do anything, to be honest. Defensively, both these teams are not good, and this kind of sneaky especially if the Sharks can continue to play the way that they're playing, this kind of sneaky might be a bit of a high scoring affair if the defenses both continue to be bad. For the Pittsburgh Penguins, like I said, they're 22nd in goals for, 31st in goals against. The power play, sneaky good. The penalty kill, their numbers are definitely kind of trending down as this team continues to age and get older. So not the greatest analytics for the Penguins. Looking at their lineup, Crosby, I think, of course, is always going to be Crosby. He is usually flanked by Raquel and Belvier. I know Malkin is dealing with the day-to-day. Don't know his status for the game. Bunting and Glass play with him. O'Connor, Hayes, and Tomasino on your third line. Imama, Carrier, and Nieto. Old friend, Long Beach native Matt Nieto on the fourth line. Pedersen, Letang, then our old friend Carlson on the second pairing, Graves, Shea, and then I'm not sure who's going to be in net as of right now. So All right, so what I'm watching for in this game is how do you respond? Last couple games, of course, have been terrible. Sharks have lost 6 straight games. Right? Let's go back. Got run out of the building 7-2 by the defending champions. You lose. You have the chaos games between the Preds where you were up 5-1 and you lose that game. Then you start the Preds Volume 2 by giving up 3 straight goals for a combined 9 goals in a row, where you just could not stop the bleeding. So for the Sharks, a team that has, as soon as any sort of adversity has hit, this team has definitely folded faster than Superman on laundry day. How do they respond against a Penguins team that's defense is just as bad as yours, right? I think this is a game where both teams are probably looking at this game as a way to kind of get on track again, especially against the defenses that both these teams present. So for the Sharks, how can you overcome any sort of adversity? It's because there's the Sharks are going to give up goals in this game. Penguins offense is okay-ish, right? What happens if things start to unravel? Can you get back on track? And can you take advantage of a bad defense that the Penguins present? So that's what I'm looking for in this game is how do you respond after the previous everything has gone apart, right? The Sharks desperately need to try to get some sort of win and get back in feeling good about themselves, right? Get back to being the competitive, fun loser instead of getting blown out and having catastrophic things happen to you losers. So let's get back to that. And I feel like this is a really good situation for the Sharks to do that. Both these teams, like the Penguins, are trying to somewhat keep in this wild card race. Things aren't going well for them, especially after the way they've played recently. So that's what I'm looking for is how do you respond after the last couple games, and can you keep things together if stuff starts to fall apart? So then I'm gonna pick a goal scorer. I'm gonna go Macklin Celebrini. I know it's easy to pick Macklin Celebrini, but I think you're playing Sidney Crosby. We know the Crosby comparisons for Macklin Celebrini. Celebrini's has continued to look good. He's gotten a lot of really good chances lately. I think he cashes in not once, but twice against the Penguins. I'm going to go with a final score of 5-3 Penguins, where the Sharks do play much better. They feel better about themselves, but the Penguins just have a little bit more offense than the Sharks right now. So I'm going to say 5-3 Penguins in this game. So we'll have a full breakdown of this game on your next episode of Locked On Sharks, wherever you get podcasts. And of course, you can watch on YouTube as well.